ago, Elon Musk purchased a 9.2% minority stake in Twitter. Now, this was seen as a pretty big deal considering the fact that Elon Musk was considering creating his own social media platform, but since it's 2022, that might be a little bit more difficult of a project than he actually thinks, because there's been people in the past that have tried to create their own social media platforms and it hasn't been the most successful. So definitely purchasing a 9.2% stake in Twitter would probably be the easiest route to go if he wants to be involved in social media in some capacity. Now, the very next day, Twitter would announce that Elon Musk would join its board, but Elon Musk would reject the offer to join the board. Now, what's really interesting and what's completely taking waves today is Elon Musk posted this tweet ironically to Twitter saying, "I made an offer." If you open up this offer, it gives you this document where Elon Musk wants to purchase all of Twitter at $54.20 a share. Now, he also had this to say, "I invested in Twitter as I believe in its potential to be the platform for free speech around the globe. And I believe free speech is a societal imperative for a functioning democracy. However, since making my investment, I now realize the company will neither thrive nor serve this societal imperative in its current form. Twitter needs to be transformed as a private company." So Elon Musk seems very serious about this, but it's also important to note that he happened to also have a TED Talk presentation that originally was set to private, but was now set to public because this man is trending on Twitter, ironically, like crazy. His original "I made an offer" tweet got over 100,000 retweets and over 560K likes at the time that I'm recording this video, which is absolute insanity even for Elon Musk on Twitter, who has 81.7 million followers. But the offer is at $54.20 per share. If that offer is not accepted, Elon Musk said he might reconsider his investment. Now, the crazy part is Twitter said it would consider Elon Musk's offer. Now, people have had mixed reactions to the fact that Elon Musk would pay $41 billion to purchase Twitter, which if you add $54.20 a share and you add all the shares that he would need to purchase in order to get Twitter, it comes out to $41 billion. His initial investment was $3 billion. So people are giving the typical reaction of, "Oh my God, you can end world hunger if you just donated that money to charity instead." A lot of people are saying, is buying Twitter the best use of $43 billion? In my opinion, in terms of social media, Twitter is king at providing information to users. I run 3 YouTube channels, and the first source I go to in order to make sure that I'm in tune with everything that's going on in the world is Twitter. I follow all these insiders. I have several Twitter accounts for different types of news that I want to consume. So in regards to whether spending $43 billion on the most popular information-based social media platform is necessary or not, I do think it's a good use of $43 billion if he can get it. One person tweeted, "What if you actually took that money and helped human beings thrive?" And my response to this is last year he offered $7 billion, nearly $7 billion, to potentially help end world hunger on the condition of having a transparent plan given to him in return. There was no response whatsoever, which is why I'm not a huge fan of the, "Oh my God, how dare you spend this exorbitant amount of money to purchase said thing when you could be using that money to solve a social issue instead." I feel like ideally everyone would do whatever it takes to try to make these problems go away, solving world hunger, making sure there's clean water, etc., etc. But I feel like in everyone's head, there's just this arbitrary number where they say, "Oh my God, you spent so much money on a specific item. Shame on you. You could have donated that money to charity, but you didn't because you're a selfish pig." I feel like there's enough incentive in the world to donate to charity, as well as it is also a huge tax break if you do so. So I don't really like that particular argument. If he really wants to make an attempt to reform the way social media works, primarily Twitter, it's his money and he's been very successful with other ventures so far. Does that necessarily mean this is going to be yet another successful venture for Elon Musk? I don't know. I haven't seen it. So far, he's proven to be masterful at manipulating social media for his own personal gain. He has 82 million followers on Twitter for a reason. He's the #1 trending trending thing on Twitter right now for a reason, and he has influence so powerful that he was able to manipulate cryptocurrency markets. So I do think he's qualified to take on this venture. Does it necessarily mean it's going to be successful? I'm unsure. We're gonna have to see. But needless to say, I still think it's really cool that Elon Musk still has this hunger for more. I mean, you have Tesla, you have SpaceX, you have Neuralink, you have that underground tunnel project, which I'm unsure if they're still doing that. And I'm sure there's way more that I am just not remembering because it's off the top of my head. But the fact that he is looking at society and is saying, hey, this is something that I don't think is operating efficiently. I feel like there needs to be reform in this one area, and he is willing to pay $43 billion in order to attempt to reform it. I feel like that should be celebrated, if anything. I feel like that's the ultimate example of selflessness as opposed to selfishness. Someone that's selfish would just go with his billions of dollars and just chill on a beach all day, but you have Elon Musk trying to do various things in order to improve facets of society. Now, could he have other motives? Could he have more selfish motives? Most definitely, but at face value, I feel like this is a very good thing, and I feel like it's admirable, if anything. Let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think about Elon Musk purchasing Twitter. Do you think Twitter is going to sell to Elon Musk? $43 billion is a tremendous sum of money. Imagine saying no to $43 billion. I mean, you don't know how the internet's going to be in 10 years from now. You don't know if Twitter is going to be the #1 platform for consuming information still. I'd like to hear what you have to say. Aside from that, I'm your boy Mike, and I'm dropping our mic until our next upload.